Kayla.
And it's Cole, and you're watching Channel 060, news from people you know. Well, Kayla, October's almost over, and I don't know about you, but I'm pretty excited for Halloween.
You know, Cole, I'm glad you mentioned that. For our first story, Cole went out and talked to the Hayesville United Methodist Church about the trunk or treat program they do every year.
Hey Colts, Cole here to talk about the new twist Hayesville's putting on Halloween, Trunk or Treat. Halloween is a great time to have fun getting candy, dressing up, and to be with friends and family. But trick-or-treating is one of the highlights of this holiday. For years, Hayesville has put on Trunk or Treat, a church-run program that invites families all across Hayesville to get candy, play games, and show off their costumes.
I enjoy bringing my kids here because I feel safe bringing them. There's a lot of parents here that even if my children aren't in my sight, I feel like they are well taken care of by everybody around helping to participate in the event.
I'm a colonial soldier, or Deborah Sampson. She dressed up as a boy to go into war to save her husband.
As you can see, the trunks here are very elaborate in the way they are decorated. Some going as far to have games and intricate moving parts to better showcase their Halloween spirit. The competitiveness is not unnoticed for the trunks. At the end of the event, only the best looking trunks are given awards on the way they look.
It's wonderful to see this many people out, families, kids, having a good time, beautiful fall weather, and this is part of the outreach of our United Methodist Church to make sure that families in our community understand who we are.
Each year, more and more kids come out to Trunk or Treat. Last year, there was more than 300 kids at the event. And if you happen to miss last year's Trunk or Treat, don't worry. There will be another Trunk or Treat with campus involvement. Campus Stuco is helping put a citywide Trunk or Treat together this year on October 31st.
So this year, Student Council, one of our big goals is to include ourselves with the community more and find ways that we can kind of plug ourselves in with kids around Hayesville and also with our community leaders. And so we were offered an opportunity to be a part of their Trunk or Treat on Main Street that they do annually. We're really excited to be involved with the Trunk or Treat because Trunk or Treats just in general are becoming a really big thing in our communities. I know that my husband and I take our children in quite frequently to a lot of Trunk or Treats just around the area. And a lot of them are different. This one that we're going to be involved in is not actually the back of cars, which some people might be familiar with. Ours are going to be folding tables where we can decorate them and kind of be able to interact with the kids and whatnot. But we feel like it's a really safe environment, and we're excited that Hayesville does this because we know that the kids coming out are just super excited about it. So it's something that's big every year, and for us to have an opportunity to be a part of it is pretty cool. Our first year to be involved with the City of Hayesville for Trunk or Treat, and it will be held on October 31st from 4:30 until 6:30 down on Main Street. Actually, our area will be right inside of Cash Saver parking lot. They've got hot dogs that they're going to provide for kids. Local businesses will be out with their tables all set up. They're expecting right around 1,000 kids this year, which is phenomenal. It's continued to grow every year. So we have about 14 clubs and organizations and teams that are coming out to be a part of it, and hopefully we just continue to build on it. So.
You know, Cole, that was a good story.
Thank you, Kayla. And Colts, remember, Stuco's putting on their own Trunk or Treat on the night of Halloween.
What's up, Colt? Cedric here with Channel 060, and we went out and got a few questions with some administrators about the construction that's been going on, so check it out. How long have you been at campus, and what changes have you seen in the facilities?
This is my 26th year at campus, 16th as principal. You know, the big changes, we virtually have connected all of the buildings now in our facility, and so that is the main change that I have seen, and probably the best change that's taken place.
What is the main issue with doing construction?
Well, we try and keep up with the sheer numbers of students that we have attending here. For example, in 2004, we had, I think, 1,050 kids, and last couple weeks on September 20, which is our count date, this year we had 1,610 students. So we're growing at a steady rate, and we have a challenge to keep up with that. So we have places for the kids. Then the other thing is to provide great learning experiences for our kids, and sometimes that means new facilities and new classrooms that our kids can use.
What are the statistics of fights during construction?
Well, the most interesting that I share with parents is in 07-08 we had a huge $15 million remodel of this facility, and we saw a spike in the number of fights that our students were having because everything was unsettled and procedures were knocked out of whack and so forth. And so in that particular year we had right at 59 fights that took place, and we had been projecting downward. You know, our goal is to get to 0, and our immediate goal is to be 10 or less. In the last couple of years, we've been in the 13 range, 15, 18, somewhere in there as we try and head below 10. But construction is an unsettling thing for not just the student body, but also the staff.
Where do you see campus in 5 years?
I think we are going to have more and more authentic learning experiences for our students, and hopefully along with that we have a lot of students that earn even more college credit and or get certifications that they can use in the workplace as they enter into their adult life. So I think that we're going to see more and more of that.
Right now we have the swimming pool, the auditorium is the big project. When it's all said and done, it's going to be 8-lane pool. It's going to have a diving area. It's going to have state-of-the-art timing, scoreboards. It's going to have a seating for about 500 people. We're also putting in right now tennis courts. We're going to have 8 courts for the tennis court. This bus drive will go all the way from Meridian to 55th Street, so hopefully that's going to alleviate some of the traffic problems that we're having after school. And they're going to work on the entrance, basically on the east side where we come into the gym. Everything's been going smooth with the construction. The community, staff here, everybody works well together. You have to think about it. The swim team, I mean, they've basically had to displace themselves for the last couple years and go somewhere else to practice, host their meets somewhere else, and they're still just excited because of the progress that's being done. They know the pool's going to be awesome when it's done. And the tennis team has had to find other places to practice. I mean, sometimes they have to go to a park to practice. Well, with the new auditorium and pool coming in, this is going to be one of the best auditoriums in the area. So a lot of people we're going to host a lot of meets. I mean, this is going to be the place to be as far as the swimming events go. Now we'll be able to hold more tennis matches, probably be able to host more tennis tournaments, and hopefully get a regional.
Hey Coach, what's going on? It's your boy Elijah, and
hi, I'm Thom.
And we're starting up a new series called Saddle Up. Our first episode is going to be recorded next week, and it should be out sometime around there. Make sure you stay tuned and check it out. All right, guys, expect to see questions and interviews with your fellow campus students, stuff like sports, what's going on in the world, and maybe even a little bit about hair.
October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, which is a very important topic to us here at Channel 060. Isaac went out and got some footage on how Breast Cancer Awareness Month impacts the Hayesville community.
What is going on, Colts? Isaac here, and I am at the Making Strides for Breast Cancer Awareness Walk. It's around 8:30 in the morning. The walk actually got canceled due to weather complications, but there's still so many people here showing their love and support for fighting breast cancer. And today we're just going to be showing you what's going on around here, try to get some interviews, and show you why Breast Cancer Awareness Month is so important and how it affects so many lives around the world.
Well, this event is a time when the survivors can get together, caregivers can get together, and really show that there is a good survival rate, that there is life after having breast cancer. And it's also a time to raise money for research and the other things that the American Cancer Society does. My story is different than most. I was lucky. I caught mine very early, got out of the shower one day, and my nipple didn't look right. I said to my wife, "What do you think about this?" And she took a hold of it and said, "There's a lump in there." So I went from there to the doctor, ultimately to surgery, had a mastectomy, did chemo, which is not a lot of fun, but came through it all. About 18 months ago, this happened, and it made me look at my life differently, you know, about what's going on and what is important in my life. The message I have is there's a lot of hope now. My mother and her mother both had it a long time ago, and there wasn't a lot of hope in those days. Now there is. We've come a long, long ways. We've still got a long way to go. But American Cancer Society has terrific support for people struggling through the problem.
This event is important to me because my best friend's mom passed away from breast cancer about 3 years ago, so we're doing it for her.
Well, my grandma found out she had cancer about 2 years ago, so my mom started going to the 6-month checkup things, and they found out stage 1 really early that she had breast cancer, and then so she quickly jumped into just getting the surgery done to have both breasts removed, the double mastectomy. My family has supported my mom pretty heavily, with my grandparents coming over every day because they're both retired, and then we've had a ton of friends come over also, bring us food and other stuff like that to just make everything easier on her because she can't really do much but lay around. This is about 5 weeks. She had her surgery about 5 weeks ago, and she's doing a lot better. She's up trying to clean and stuff, which she's not supposed to, but no one can really tell her not to. So she's feeling good so far.
Well, to check for breast cancer, it would be doing your monthly exams and also visiting your doctor for your yearly or your annual checkups to make sure. If you don't do the breast exams, that your doctor will do those. At 30 years of age, the percentage is 1 in 227 women will get breast cancer. At the age of 40, it's 1 in 68. At the age of 50, it's 1 to 42. At the age of 60, it goes up to 1 in 28, or it drops even lower. The youngest person that I read of a little girl getting breast cancer was at the age of 2, and she's 4 now, and she's in remission. So it can really come at any age, but in men too, also any age of people can get the breast cancer. How can we raise the awareness of breast cancer? Community settings, what I think are always good are the 5K runs or selling t-shirts, you know, maybe pink Colt t-shirts, something with Colts in the, you know, pink bows on the around their necks or some type of thing like that. Also, maybe some type of a festival or something, you know, where you get people together and you have health staff from different places, surgery centers, or different places that can also visit with him about, you know, ways of preventing breast cancer.
The Screaming Stampede has been doing really good in the student section rankings. There's a reason for this. Our fall sports are doing good as well. Now we're going to take you to Rowley with the fall sports wrap-up.
Hey Colts, Rolly here, the voice of sports for Channel 060. Today's show we have volleyball and tennis. I caught up with Coach Madsen and some of the players on the tennis team to talk about the season this year. Hope you guys enjoy.
Now we're looking to, we should be right up there again this year, compete with Hutch, Northwest, Garden City. So if we play well, we should have a chance to get top 2 again. Yeah, we got one senior on the team, Lexi. We've been getting better every week during practice. They got a lot of potential. Got to keep getting better though if we want to win regionals.
The girls' tennis team were regional runners-up to Hutch. Venus and Hannah both got second for doubles at regionals, and Amaya got fourth for singles at regionals.
Venus, she's really improved from last year. She stepped up her game. And Haley Bill, she's doing well this year. Stepping up at the number 2 singles spot.
Season's really good actually. We've been playing really good against good teams and giving them hard points. And I think we're playing great against teams that are really good. So I don't feel a lot of pressure because my partner here is a really good partner, and we've been doing good so far throughout the season, playing against hard teams, and I believe that we'll win regionals again.
Definitely have high expectations because she was with Ariel last year, but playing pretty good together, so she's very encouraging, so it's good.
The volleyball team had a record of 12-23, and they will be returning a lot of key members next year. Here's an interview with Hannah Schutte.
The season's going really well so far. Our cohesiveness has really improved since the beginning, and I only see looking up from here. Just the bonds we're starting to make. I can feel that this team is really close. They're all our friends and stuff.
Well, Colts, that wraps up our October show.
Thanks for watching Channel 060, news from people you know.